Shit. I don't know how I feel about this, but one thing for sure, two things for certain. I know how NFL quarterbacks should feel about this. Terrified. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Scoreboardkeepers. You're around here, we'll keep the seats. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboardkeepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboardkeepers, where I'm your host, the Ref, where I keep you up to score on everything sports, hip-hop, and hot topics. Let's get the clock rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how I feel about this because I'm not a Rams fan, but I know damn well that the NFL quarterbacks, all 32, should be petrified of these two linking up together. What? I don't even think that is fair. Aaron Donald played 10 dominant NFL seasons, all with the Los Angeles Rams. He recorded 543 combined tackles, 340 solo, 111 sacks, 24 forced fumbles, and 7 fumble recoveries. A 10-time Pro Bowler and 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl winner. It sounds so similar to Lawrence Taylor's numbers. It seems so similar to Lawrence Taylor's numbers. And now you want to team him up with that monster over there who's still writing his legacy as we speak? The single season sack leader? Is there any way we can veto this shit? Just when you think your team is getting over the hill to compete for that thing over there on the right-hand side, that thing right next to Aaron Donald, here you got the Rams putting together some type of dynasty team. I mean, they're already good. I know they got rid of Jared Verse, but when you get somebody like Aaron Donald, that's a game changer. Who do you double? You got all of that penetration coming up the front, and then you have this guy coming at you from the edge. And listen, I'm an AFC guy. I like AFC football, right? And I don't believe that the NFC teams like to double a lot. You know what I mean? It's like a different style of football. I think that from week to week, he would find himself matched up with somebody that can actually think they can block him one-on-one. He's so used to getting doubles in the AFC, I don't even know if the NFC teams would even do something like that. Considering some of these NFC teams, you know what I mean, and the type of offenses they run, it is a different style of football, ladies and gentlemen. It just is. It always has been. But I mean, damn. I don't even know how to take this. I mean, it would automatically make them one of the best defensive fronts in all of football. Now, if you've been following Aaron Donald on his social media, he's been running around here throwing all kinds of weights around, looking like He-Man. I mean, he's all ripped up and cut. I mean, looked like he never stopped playing. He's out there training players. I seen him training Jaquan Brisker with the hands. His hand movements was there. It was like, wait a minute. I thought you were supposed to be retired, buddy. You know what I mean? You're about to come back and just like really like do some things. So all of a sudden, after all this training, he calls up the Rams and tell them he wants to come down to the facility and see how his body responds to being in pads and after a workout. And word has it, because the streets talk, they said he was in there like throwing medicine bags and doing drills in pads. And the dude looks like he's in phenomenal shape. He wanted to see how his body would respond. That's what he said. You know, they probably put him in a helmet, everything. I bet you they even gave him his jersey number. It was probably all of his practice stuff. They probably gave him everything that he had already been accustomed to wearing, all the way down to the damn shoes. I bet you the Rams did that, them son of a guns. I bet you they did that. I bet you they made him as comfortable as possible. Probably gave him his own locker. Same drink, same food. They probably treated it just like it was before he left. He probably left there feeling like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Man, I'm telling you, the NFC is in trouble. The NFC West in trouble. If these two dudes team up together, you better start investing in some linemen. Offensive linemen. And I'm talking about some big jokers. Because these dudes, every third down, they're going to be in that backfield. Like, I don't even know how you even, man, that is unbelievable. I'm going to tell you something right now. Like, I'm a football connoisseur. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That type of shit right there, when guys start doing that kind of thing, you know what position it brings back? Y'all, I know y'all probably not thinking about this, but over here on the Scoreboard Keepers, we always tell you something that, you know, you probably not going to hear anywhere else. But I'm going to tell you something right now. With them doing that kind of stuff right there, it goes away from, you know, having all them extra tight ends, and it gets right back to you having a fullback. Yup. These kind of guys are what fullbacks were designed for. Yup. A battering ram back there. A lead-off guy. Yeah. Because you just can't have your quarterback running naked, and you can't have your running back running naked. You better have somebody in front of them dudes. Because I'm telling you, they're coming. Like, how do you even, like, where do you go with the ball? If you're trying to run the ball and these guys are getting this much penetration and you can't double, like, they make you go heavy. Like, 12 personnel, you know, but you're going to go 12 personnel with a running back in there now. You'd have to take one of those receivers off the damn field. Literally. I mean, you would have to just for protective purposes. I mean, it would be smart because these dudes, when they get after people, they got bad intentions. These are not just your average, you know, dog catchers, right? Coming after you. You know what I mean? They coming to get you. So I you know, like I said, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but I know how the league should be feeling about this. If you're a running back or a quarterback and you got to face these guys twice a year, can you imagine? I don't even know what the hell's going through Brock Purdy's mind right now. Man, what? Are you kidding me? The Chargers, like, I mean, damn. Listen, the Seahawks. Listen, last year was last year. It's all about what have you done for me lately. And if you notice, we're not even. It's funny how nobody's even talking about the Super Bowl champs right now. Like, I'm serious. We almost forgot. They haven't been getting a lot of coverage. But damn it, I know Sam Darnold paying a lot of attention to this right here. These dudes are professional quarterback crushers. That's what they do. And you want to team them up together? I think it's almost like unfair. This is like something you do on Madden. I think it's like almost like unfair. If it was a way to veto it, I would veto it. You know what I mean? It's almost like fantasy football. And how the hell you get these two dudes on your team defensively? Now, once again, like I said, unlike any other time in my football lifetime, the only player I ever watched on defense that was like offense was Lawrence Taylor. And that's including Deion Sanders. Listen, everybody knows that Deion Sanders couldn't tackle. I was in a little debate with somebody earlier about that subject. He says that, that Deion Sanders is the most electrifying defensive player of all time. And I was wondering, did he consider him the GOAT? Well, yeah, Deion Sanders was an electrifying player. He was. But I've seen him on several occasions where he could not tackle. They would just, I remember the scouting report on Deion Sanders, and the scouting report was to run at him. Yeah, I remember him doing a lot of arm tackling. He wasn't that, he was a cover guy, but he wasn't all that physical like that. He wasn't coming up and, hitting Bo Jackson or nothing like that. He wasn't doing that. So, I mean, but this situation here, like, we'd be watching defense like we're watching offense just to see what these two guys are going to do being right next to one another. Like, this the kind of stuff that almost make you forget that Micah Parsons is still in Green Bay. I mean, they trying to put together a super team, a super pass rush, and I know Sean McVay is definitely trying to get back to that Super Bowl, especially after last year. You know what I mean? I know he's trying to get over that hump and represent the NFC. But, it's a tough path, man, to get there. It's a very tough path to get there. And I mean, like I said, it's all about what you done. What have you done for me lately? So if you come back in the league's a copycat league, and they get very familiar with the things that you like to do, and last year was last year. So when everybody takes that field for minicamp, it's a whole new slate. We can't be expecting really nothing out of nothing. But these two guys who have very extensive resumes, we already know what they're going to bring to the table. We already know. And I just think that Cleveland did Myles Garrett a favor because he was in football purgatory up there. And we don't know how committed they are to winning. Because when you're committed to winning like that and you really after a Super Bowl, you already know, not unless you have people in your organization that shouldn't be around football, you already know that defense wins championships, offense wins games. You already know that. So when you get rid of somebody like this guy here, he must have said, look, do we plan on winning in the next few years with Shedeur Sanders? How long will it take for Shedeur Sanders to get to a Super Bowl in his young career? And do Myles Garrett have the time? Does he have the time? I don't think so. And I think that's why they sent him on his merry way, to do him a favor. He did enough work for them, and they rewarded him handsomely as well. But now you get out there and you take that load off of him now. Now you're trying to free him up. You're trying to free him up from his doubles by bringing back Aaron Donald. It should be a law against that shit. Rams fans, Browns fans, I need y'all down in the comments to tell me what y'all think about this move right here. Do y'all think Aaron Donald is really coming back? Is he really coming back? Is he already in the building? Because I'm just thinking for him to even come down there and practice, he had to sign something. So you guys let me know, especially the Rams fans. Let me know. All fans, let me know down below in the comment section. Do you guys think this Aaron Donald is going to come back? And if he does, what are the expectations for the Rams? I need you guys to let me know. The ref. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already done so, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thumb up this video. Let's get down in the comments and let's have a discussion. Let's debate. Let's talk about this. I think it's unfair. If it was a veto button I could hit, bam, I would hit it. Because definitely I think that there's a flag on the play. Definitely a flag on the play. So I want you guys to let me know down below. And And I look forward to seeing you guys. So until the next episode of the Scoreboard Keepers, I am your host, the Ref. God bless everybody out there. And congratulations to the Rams. I can't wait to see how this plays out, man. This is exciting. Until the next episode of the Scoreboard Keepers, I'm your host, the Ref. Peace. Love y'all.